driver of economic growth and of jobs in the United States. It is one of the high growth industries in the United States. Fortunately, the FCC's plan, I think, recognizes this, and so this mobility fund that the FCC has proposed, once that fund starts paying out money, the network equipment is available. Our company Qualcomm has the chips that are ready to be shipped, and so we can have 3G build out happen today, immediately, having construction workers get the networks built out. That's something that can happen on a very short-term basis. On a longer-term basis, again, more spectrum means more applications, more services, more devices. All of those things contribute to economic growth and to jobs, and also to better economic productivity. In the United States today, according to the FCC's National Broadband Report, 98% of all Americans live within coverage of a so-called 3G network, at least one 3G network. So what that means is that most Americans have at least one option to get broadband capability, connectivity, where they live. That's tremendous. On the other hand, we have a long way to go. Obviously, we want to see the number 98% become 100%. And we're fortunate that the FCC's plan has provided funding, very short-term funding, in order to do that. So one of the things that the FCC has proposed doing is creating a fund that's going to be called the Mobility Fund, and it's going to provide funding for enhanced 3G build-out. So in any state that's below the national average in terms of 3G coverage, funding is going to be available through the FCC's Universal Service Fund. On a short-term basis, what that's going to mean is you're going to be able to get high-speed internet where you live, where you work, and wherever you travel. On a longer-term basis, what the FCC's plan provides is more spectrum. More spectrum is critical because we find that once people have this connectivity, they want it wherever they go, wherever they are, and they want it all the time. And so what happens is there's a potential that if we're all on the internet all the time through mobile broadband, our networks are going to get clogged. So one solution, it's a long-term solution in the FCC's plan, are more frequencies. So these broadband networks have, in effect, more fuel to operate on. But it's going to take a while to get the spectrum. So at the same time, the carriers and the wireless industry, our company Qualcomm, are working on two other things that are going to happen in parallel with the efforts to get more spectrum. The first is that the carriers are upgrading to more advanced wireless technologies. That's very important because it means that when you do get wireless connectivity, it's going to be higher and higher speed, and that also leads to more devices, more applications, more services, which then creates more funding in order to continue the cycle. The third thing that's happening in parallel is, in order to prevent these networks from getting clogged, we need to bring the base stations closer to the mobile devices. What that means is, just the way we have Wi-Fi today in many people's houses, we're developing the capability to have what we call femtocells, so a 3G connection just inside your house through a very inexpensive little box that looks like a router, and that is a way to ensure better coverage, and it's also a way to get more capacity out of the same spectrum.